Okay, we've got the Vice Chairman of the NITI Aayog, Mr. Suman Bery, who's now joining us. Thank you very much, Mr. Bery. The big takeaways, as far as you are concerned, in this budget 2026, the emphasis continues on physical infrastructure. At the same time, also looking at some of these global challenges through rare earths, the Semiconductor Mission 2.0. Walk us through what was the big takeaway for you.
Well, look, I'm following on a magnificent speech by my boss, the Honorable Prime Minister, and I can't hope to put the pieces together as well as he did. So I would firstly commend that people see what he had to say, and because he really does articulate the holistic nature of that budget. I would, though, say that it's a budget of confidence at a nervous time for the world. You know, there is some reference to the fact that the world is a turbulent place at the moment, but I would consider the main message is to say we remain committed to Viksit Bharat. We think we can get there, and we think we can get there through deeper integration with the world. I mean, we are aspiring to be the third largest economy in the world, and we can't do that by sort of cowering in our bunker. So that said, I think the next point is that what are our core resources and our core challenges? The core resource is obviously our demographic dividends. And so the amount of focus on the young across the board, I think, is correct and is impressive. But, you know, to have people enter the labor force without the aspiration of higher labor productivity, you can call it jobs, but a lot of this is self-employed. So to me, those are the two pillars of the growth dimension. I also think, look, I mean, I got involved with the debate on India when I came to NCR in 2001. And, you know, it's a very different debate now. It's a debate about cities. It's a debate about finance. It's a debate about building on our connectivity. I mean, my thought, we're planning to, or we're aspiring to host the Olympics in 2036. And when I heard the aspirations for the high-speed corridors, my thoughts went back to the Tokyo Olympics, because that's when the Shinkansen first came into existence. So I think we're beginning to see the outlines of a integrated sort of transport and economic system, and that is going to also be the basis for, as it were, the rising productivity that we have to hope for.
But Mr. Bery, you know, I know, you know, the markets are not exactly the only indicator or a reflection of the budget. The budget is far broader than that, but the markets have not given a thumbs up to this. I know the securities transaction tax has been a big pain point in this budget for the markets, but it's down, last I checked, about 0.7%.
Well, people wiser than me, we viewed the budget together. You know, old-timers, well, maybe I should consider myself an old-timer, say the market is always down after the budget speech, and then it picks up after the FM's press conference. And I understand one reason that you rescheduled me is that we're about to hear from the FM. So let's see if that turns out to be the case.
Okay.
That said, at one point, because you may have to, you may have to leave me in a while.
Sure.
I do think that, as the economic survey also indicated, there's the issue of, if you like, business friendly versus economy friendly. And I think there's signals there that there will need to be some pain, okay, and there will need to be some gain as well. But the focus now was, I think the big boys have had a pretty good run, but rightly, the focus now has to be to activate our MSME sector. And there's a lot of very creative stuff. I was particularly attracted by this idea of coming up with, equity funds
Correct.
for MSMEs.
MSMEs, yeah.
So what is, we just in the flush of the India-EU FTA, my vision of our MSMEs is that in 10 years, maybe assisted by FTA, we should be aiming for our own high-tech Mittelstand. We've got a deal now with Switzerland, we've got a deal that includes Germany, and so I think there's a lot in this budget that will propel that.
Okay.
But you can't do everything, and I applaud that focus, particularly for manufacturing.
All right, Mr. Bery, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much, Suman Bery, Vice Chair of the NITI Aayog. What we'll do is we'll get a quick word in from Nirmala Sundararajan as well before we go to our other guests.